everyone, I'm Sarah Martin, the Associate Director of Forecasting at Dodge Construction Network, and today we will be looking at what happened in August with the Dodge Momentum Index. As a reminder, the DMI tracks the value of non-residential building projects under $500 million as they enter their earliest stages of planning. This index leads construction spending by about 12 months. So the Momentum Index increased 2.9% in August to a reading of 220.4. The commercial segment progressed 1.9%, and the institutional segment grew 5.7%. So we really saw owners and developers continuing to prime the planning queue over the month ahead of next year's anticipated stronger market conditions. As a result, stronger planning activity was pretty widespread in August, with most non-residential sectors seeing growth. So here's a breakout of each segment of the index. We have commercial on the left and institutional on the right. Commercial planning saw another month of pretty broad-based improvements. A lot of the growth that we've been talking about recently on the commercial side has been primarily driven by the surge in data center projects that have been entering the planning queue. But we're starting to see underneath that just some more diversified growth over the remaining commercial segments. After slowing down in recent years, for example, we've seen warehouse projects gaining momentum over the last 3 months. Hotels and retail planning have also been steadily expanding as well. Data centers continue to dominate the large project activity, but the rate at which those projects entered the planning queue in August slowed down, right? We saw the office portion of this index increasing 1% this month in comparison to the double-digit growth that we've seen over the last few months. Moving on to the institutional side, this segment of the index had spent much of the first half of the year moderating from levels, from the growth that we saw in 2023. But in recent months, we've seen sort of this growth return on pretty strongly on this side of the index. Healthcare planning continued to be the primary driver of the growth here, in addition to education, of course, and some recreational projects as well. Year over year, the whole DMI is now up about 31% compared to August of 2023. The commercial segment was up 42% from year-ago levels, while the institutional segment was up 8% over the same period. Now, with the Fed's rate cut in September pretty much finalized at this point, we have a lot of confidence that we know that's going to happen in a couple of weeks. Going forward, the influence of those more selective lending standards, higher inflation, higher prices, all of that will continue to moderate next year, alongside a modest upgrade in consumer demand. So both of those things together will really allow owners and developers to push their projects through the planning stages and allow them to reach groundbreaking. Even if we were to remove data centers from the DMI, the index would still be up about 20% from 2019 levels. So we know that there's a steady pipeline of all these projects that are going to be ready to break ground once those market conditions are right. And that about wraps it up. Thanks so much for watching.